Colectivo Flor de Granada.
This group of women has been working in their collective for a little over a year. They are just a handful of women who are interested in preserving their embroidery and one of the crafts of their community. San Sebastián Tutla is a municipality belonging to the state of Oaxaca de Juárez, which, like many municipalities in Oaxaca, has cultural diversity and richness. For this reason, the collective Flor de Granada was formed to create and recreate their embroidered blouses. While it is true, there is a story behind it. One of the artisans, Mrs. Guillermina Isabel Navarro Reyes, tells how they decide to search and investigate the embroiderments and were made many years ago. They took into account embroideries that they found in the blouses of their great-grandmothers, recreating them and keeping the purest style of them in many of their garments. They also came up with the idea of not only recovering the traditional, but also innovating and always looking for something different and new in which to capture their embroideries. It can be in different types of fabrics, in different colors, and in different garments, such as blouses, men's shirts, skirts, pants, etc. These women also try to adapt to the modern, to what is now more stylish in this society, but they do not lose their essence and their origins. The meaning of one of their distinctive designs is the little dogs, perritos. This represents the belief that these animals will guide the soul of the dead to the afterlife. Another, the little corn, mazorquitas, which represents their community. The fish represent the Catholic tradition of the land. And finally, the pomegranate flowers, Flor de Granada, which are traditional symbols of this workshop. Within the process for the elaboration of the blouses, there is one of the techniques they use, called randal. This technique consists of using a strand or pearl thread. It is a fine thread, very versatile for weaving and embroidery. It is made of 100% cotton, with which a knot is tied over another knot until a small pyramid it is formed after 3 buttonholes. This work is very laborious and time-consuming, so it requires time and patience. The elaboration of a shirt consists of several pieces. 1. El cajón. This is the top piece of the blouse. In a way, it is part of what forms the chest of the blouse. In this piece is where the pomegranate flowers are embroidered. 2. The sleeve is the piece where the alforza is woven. These are the small folds that are made by hand in the fabrics that decorate to give volume to the garments. 3. La cortina. It is an extra fabric that forms part of the body of the shirt. 4. La bata. It is the rest of the lower part of the blouse. 5. Axileras. Part of the blouse that covers the armpit. 6. Cubre axileras. The lining that is sewn to the axileras to give a better support and quality to the blouse. The pieces to be embroidered with the designs must have a hand-drawn sketch to the design to be embroidered. Once the drawing is done, they are embroidered, and then each of the pieces is ironed to be able to sew them and assemble the complete blouse. Elaboration time. The minimum to carry out this elaboration and embroidery process is 2 to 4 weeks. This depends on the time you spend and the effort you put it into. These women, part of the roots, do their work wholeheartedly, not just to sell them, but because they know the work behind it. They are passionate, responsible, and dedicated to their work, conscious of what they are doing and want to give to others. Interesting facts. 1. Within the teaching of shirt making, at the end of the workshop, the students will have to make their own garments as an exam to see if they have fulfilled the object of the teaching. This reflects their commitment and collaboration so that they can collaborate with production within the workshop. 2. For the elaboration of the design of the embroidered drawings is the mood and attitude in which they find themselves. The mood is reflected in the final result of the product. 3. The cotton used to be very cheap and was despised at that time. Now is the most expensive material. That's why the garments are very expensive, because they are made of good quality material. 4. In the past, the most used colors for garments were black and red, because it was traditional then. Now you can make garments with more variety in colors. 5. Some artisans are poorly paid. Some of them even work for 2 months just to get a minimum amount of money.